the US has lifted sanctions on several Myanmar businessmen tied to the military junta, sparking backlash from human rights groups. The US Treasury Department on Thursday removed KT Services and Logistics, the MCM Group, Suntak Technologies, and 4 individuals from its sanctions list, all previously targeted for supporting Myanmar's military, which seized power in 2021 coup. The Treasury did not explain the reason for the lifting of these sanctions, and the White House has not commented yet. The timing has raised concerns coming just 2 weeks after junta chief Min Aung Hlaing sent a letter to President Donald Trump, praising his leadership and urging a rollback of US tariffs and sanctions. Human Rights Watch called the move shocking and extremely worrying, warning it may signal a major policy shift away from holding Myanmar's military accountable. Myanmar is a key source of rare earth minerals, critical in US competition with China, which may be influencing US strategy here. Now we go back to our guest discussion with Sanjay Kumar. He's a journalist, joins us live from Seoul. Thank you, Sanjay, for staying with us. Now, how significant and how dangerous is the US lifting of sanctions on these Myanmar-linked businessmen as well as other businesses whose sanctions have been lifted?
This should be seen as a very drastic move amid the changes which is going on and on in the ASEAN region. But as you have correctly pointed out that recently the junta head has praised President Trump. So there is an element of personal diplomacy. We are seeing it once again winning. Of course, it is not sending positive signals to many of the human rights group and observers in the region as well as across the globe. But US has some strategic interest as well. This should not be overlooked, because if you see the critical minerals aspect and strategic minerals and those raw materials which are there in Myanmar, and in a long strategic competition between China and US, Myanmar can be a good resource for these strategic materials. So personal diplomacy and strategic raw materials, these two reasons can be the reason of that. Of course, the official reason has not come yet. It still has to be announced. But personally, I am seeing it from these two angles.
And now, given the timing of this decision, how might the lifting of sanctions be interpreted within US?
Well, there would be, again, a divide on this in US, because, US is considered to be the democratic principles are focused there, are always the focus in the public domain there. And one of the torchbearer of democracy, this has been the image of US in the last 1 century, we can say. So this can be seen as a shift from the democratic principles as well by the liberal forces. But those who consider from the economic security perspective, for them it can be a welcome step as well, because in order to win the competition with China, you need various strategies. You need ASEAN, you need Taiwan, you need East Asia, especially Japan and Korea in East Asia, and you need countries like India as well. So for this kind of people, this can be seen as a strategic move too. So there would be divide, yeah.
Sanjay, thank you for sharing that. Please stay with us as we'll come back to you for our next discussion. South Korea's industry